Hart, and I'm filming today from the top of Rendezvous Peak here in the Tetons over in Jackson Hole, Wyoming. It's a gorgeous sunny day, and I'm out here hiking with my son, doing a little recon for the upcoming Joyful GDS Revolutionaries retreat that's happening here pretty soon. And this is one of my favorite places to come and get to the top of the mountain and really tune in and meditate and download my inspired actions, you know. Not that I have to get to the top of a mountain to do that, but there's something about being up above 10,000 feet that just clears the mind, clears the air up here in the sun where, you know, there's just not a lot of distractions. This is why I love bringing my groups and my clients up here to the mountaintop, out into nature, because, you know, you get away from everything and you can really tune into your own guidance. So, you know, over here I was driving and just getting really choked up at the power of the women that I am honored and delighted to get to work with. You know, there is this mass wave of so many of us that are highly educated, incredibly talented, incredibly intelligent, and gifted at the things that we were kind of born to do, the skills that we've developed over years of experience. And now we're being called to step up and share our gifts in different ways that are outside the box, you know, outside the models that we've been raised with, that are the conventional businesses and business models, and we've outgrown those. And, you know, for those of us who are called into, you know, my world, at least my clients, there's a way in which that model that you've been living in is too small, and you know it. And so you're called to step into a new way of being for which there is no role model, and you've got to blaze your own trail. And so this is the tribe of women that I am working with, that, because I've gotten to do this myself, is, you know, what is it to blaze your trail into the wilderness where nobody's gone before and make a living doing something that nobody's done before, and figure out how do you articulate the value of who you are, what you do, and how you change lives in a way that inspires people to want to buy what you are offering. You know, so many of the women I work with are in that place of knowing they're so talented and capable, and they have so much to offer, and it can help so many people. But how do you, you know, how do you get people to pay you without feeling like you're convincing them, right? And so that's a big part of what we're doing here at the upcoming retreat, is finding your words. And beneath finding your words is finding out you and your own superpowers and really owning the badass that you are, so that you can price it accordingly and know how to communicate it in a way, and to whom. You know, so many people have that question, well, who would pay me to do this thing? Because it's so weird. It's so, nobody's done this before, right? And that's the unique challenge that we're being called to step into, is to find the words, to find the way to, quote, brand yourself as a personal brand. I even feel like the word brand is too small, because it's just energetic, you know. It's just, your personal brand is you. It's your unique spiritual transmission of who you're here to be on the planet. And whether you call it a brand or just you, you know, there's a way in which that's our work and the art form of creating your own freedom. And so, you know, when I'm looking at the incredible women that I get to work with, these are everything from communication experts and speakers to mindfulness teachers, and not necessarily health coaches, but people who are, you know, extremely experienced and well educated in health professions, and now blazing their own trail into, whether they call it coaching or, you know, this is where we get to make up our own titles and our own labels, because we need a new vocabulary to describe what it is that we do, because we are truly original, outside the box innovators, leading edge creators that are doing what nobody's ever done before. And you know, when I was just looking at the incredible power of women that I get to work with, and I just feel so speechless sometimes, because we are the ones that are changing the world. You know, it's that embodiment of the divine feminine, the evolution into a more holistic, whole being way of living that's more inclusive, more compassionate, more sustainable, and all of us are the leaders that are here to be it, do it, share it, and get paid really darn well to do it. You know, we are the new leading edge professionals, the wave of intelligentsia. What's the right word? The just the leaders that are here to model and then teach these skills that used to be like soft skills, whatever. No, this is how our species is going to survive, because we showed up and we owned our power and we shared our message and we got over the freaking limitations within our conditioned mindsets about, oh, who would pay me for that, or oh, that's not valuable, or who do I think I am to think I'm something special. You know, all the nonsense that shows up as soon as you're about to share your soul purpose. You know, we got to cut through that crap and show up for our lives, because that's what we're here to do. And the world is not going to survive if we don't show up. Like, we are really at an evolve or die place in our human evolution, where we are killing off each other, we're killing off our planet, and we're killing off ourselves just by how we communicate, how we are toxifying ourselves, how we are living in so much inner conflict with each other, suppressing our own potential. That is a form of toxifying ourselves. And until we learn how collectively to take that glass ceiling off and fulfill our highest potential, we are living from this suppressed way of being that is toxic. And then we radiate that into everyone else's life that we interact with. And then we engage in unconscious behaviors that kill off our planet. And right now is the turning point where how we show up matters. And that's why if you are a woman feeling called to step into your power and your calling as a revolutionary leader, a person who's on the forefront of this paradigm shift, and you have a gift to share, you cannot just sit back, hide behind your own insecurities and limitations about, oh, I don't know how I would charge for that, or in undercharging, and like all the ways in which we shut ourselves off. Can't do that. We just can't, because everything is at stake. Or it feels like it. Or we could tell ourselves that story. Or we can go into spiritual bypassing and say, oh, it'll be fine. It's all good. And that's true, too, from one perspective. But as we know, all perspectives are true and incomplete. And I take a stand for you, choosing the empowering narrative that's going to let more life energy flow through you, for you, as you, because that is where you feel the most joy. That's where you feel the most alive. And here, right here,